What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. So, after a 3-year absence, guess who's back in the NBA? ISO Joe. Joe Johnson, who has not played the NBA since, I believe, the 2017-18 season with the Houston Rockets, has signed a 10-day hardship contract with the Boston Celtics. To put into perspective how long ago it was when Joe Johnson debuted in the NBA. Joe Johnson is 40 years old. Now, he's not technically the oldest player. I believe the oldest player is Udonis Haslem with the Miami Heat. But Joe Johnson made his NBA debut back during the 2001-2002 NBA season. This is when LeBron James was still playing in high school. This is back when Michael Jordan was playing his first season with the Washington Wizards. This was back when the stars of the NBA and arguably the biggest rising star at that time, arguably was Vince Carter. Then I think Allen Iverson is in that equation as well. Kobe was just starting to become Kobe then. You know what I'm saying? I remember Shaq was the more dominant teammate at that time. This is how long ago this was, man. Tim Duncan, Garnett was a kid, young back then. Stephon Marbury still looked like he was going to be in the Hall of Fame at that time. That was a long fucking time ago, man. He actually got into the NBA, but just before, right when 9/11 happened. Jesus Christ. Um, I hate to go back on that memory lane for like that, but it just boggles my mind that how long ago that was. But Joe Johnson also played with the Phoenix Suns. He had his best years with the Miami Heat. Not Miami, excuse me, Atlanta Hawks. He had his best years with the Atlanta Hawks. Um, I believe his career high season, I think he averaged like 25 or 26 points a game. But he also played for the Brooklyn Nets and the Miami Heat, who I mentioned, and Utah. Utah, he was known for being a guy who was like a late game heroics type dude, like a go-to guy down the stretch. He had a lot of game winners for Utah, to my recollection. Um, Joe Johnson has over 20,000 career points, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. It's 20,405 career points. He's a career 37% three-point shooter, so he is a danger from beyond the arc. Um, but realistically, he's 40 years old. He's not going to come out there and drop 20 points. But it will be nice, at least for a week stretch, maybe 2 weeks, to see Joe Johnson back in the NBA. Now, let me ask you guys a question, those who watch Joe Johnson. Do you think he's a Hall of Famer? Because to me, I don't think he meets that threshold. Now, he's a 7-time All-Star, but I just never saw Joe Johnson as one of the best players in the NBA. He always was like one of these guys that was on the, to be honest with you, like the either the lower second tier or the upper third tier of stars. I just never saw him, or players. I just never saw him as a Hall of Fame caliber player. And the points are there. The 20,000 plus points will be there. Um, but I just don't know. I think the Hall of Fame should be reserved for those who truly had great careers, great resumes, and were impactful players. Uh, Now, from 2003 to 2012, Joe Johnson did average almost 20 points a game. I mean, I just don't see him being in the Hall of Fame. You know, I mean, if you put him in, then you really have to put guys like Walter Davis in, maybe Terry Cummings. Um, you have to put in guys like Tom Chambers, if you're going to put him in. Um, but that's my thought process anyway. About it. Tell me what you guys think.